I'm a goofy goober, yeah. You're a goofy goober, yeah. We're all goofy goobers, yeah. Goofy, 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 goofy goober. Hi. uh, Hello! Hello! I'm chewing stuff. Give me a moment. I got it! I got it! I eaten! I was having fruit pastels. Very, very sugar. I needed a sugar boost. I needed a sugar boost. Oh, it's a hi Slanesh, hi Sarah. Oh my gosh, everyone's here. Hi Sad Cucumbers, hi Slanesh, hi Severidwin, hi TA, hi Erland, hi Tony for Tanuki, and hello TA. I'm not stinky and don't throw things at my head. It's mean. Yuck. Jump. 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 Hello. I hope you're all having a good day. I hope you're all having a good day. I've got some water here. It's got a refreshing new taste. Actually, it says new taste on it. Let me check for ingredients. Natural flavours, no artificial sweetness. Good, good, good. Mineral water, lemon and lime, natural preservatives. Okay. Okay, no, it's fine. It's fine. I just need to make sure it's not got anything bad in it. That's like bad for me, which is fine for most people, just bad for me. I have to be very careful of labels. It's like, oh, new flavour. What do you mean new flavour? Like you got new recipe or whatever? Oh, could kill me. Oh, but anyway, I'm here. I'm here. Yeah, I only just noticed it said new on it. I've been like drinking half a bottle, so presumably it should be fine. Oh, but yeah, I've been here. I've been good. I've been having a nice time. I hope you all have been too. Yeah. I've been painting. That's what I've been doing, and I've been writing storybooks. And also my cable's all. You know when you got cables and they go all tangly? That's what happened. Having to twist it free. Having to twist it free. I am. Oh goodness. But yeah, today we're going to be painting gold. I already did for silver. I did for silver just before the stream. And I worked more on the tabards and the cloaks and stuff. On the modelly models. What else is there? Oh no, my internet. No, it's fine. It's fine. It's red. It's like this little thing on OBS. My streaming thing. And it's like, oh no, the connection's going red. It's going yellow. It's meant to be green. It's meant to be green. Why am I dropping frames? What's going on? I hope it's not hiccup. I hope it's not laggy for everybody. Hello, Night Parade. Oh, I got a glove on. I'm very good at putting gloves on. Very good. Look, I got my camera set. Look, I'm very good at putting gloves on. Ow. Thank you. Okay, that's it.
Mother, is this going to be a yap stream or a painting stream?
Paint stream. Paint stream. Once I can figure out how the glove goes on. No, website stream. What do you mean paint stream? It's a website stream. We'll go to the website and we'll look at stuff. We'll look at new models. Actually, there's been nothing new since like yesterday when we looked at the website. Also, I need to turn my air conditioner. It's too warm again. It's one of those days where it gets a bit too warm, but as soon as you cool down, it's too cold. So it's like, what am I meant to do? Oh, but look at them. Look at them. These are our models. And look, it's no longer super yellowy there. And I've been doing lots of work to make it look, you know, more real. It's like, look how the coloration changes and so on. You got the brighter parts, you got the darker parts. And the edges are where it's meant to be darkest. It's like, oh. Yeah, today I've also been working on like making the silver feel like the edges and stuff. It's very hard to tell because it's too shiny. Let me turn this light off, maybe that will help. And press this focus button. There we go. Yeah, you can see it's like got different shades of a metal, like some brighter bits on the edges and like scratches and stuff. Yeah, that's what I've been trying to do. That's what I've been doing today. And it was like the other day when I was Painting these tabards. Trying to make them look more real. Maybe that looks a bit more like stone there, actually, rather than a tabard. It's not perfect, but I'm painting 20 models at once. They're not going to be perfect, all of them. There's got to be mistakes here and there, and that's fine. Shows I'm only human. Yeah, I think actually I put a lot of bright stuff down at the bottom. I should have been putting it at the top. Yeah. I was just trying to paint them quickly in one go. It's not even that quick. How's this one looking? This one looks fine. Yeah. I'll probably put this light back on. Yeah. But yeah, you can see there's a lot of these areas of the gold, though, doesn't look gold enough. I want to highlight it. After that, I think that's the last thing to do before the white. And then the white is the last thing we do before the black. And by last thing we do, it's basic. If there's a lot of stuff we need to do before we touch up for black, because once we like touch up for black and make the black look smoother and nicer everywhere, that's like the final big step we've got. So but anything else we want to do will has the risk of like me accidentally painting for black. So I'm just going to have to go over things again anyway. So I'd rather paint everything than have to redo for black. Then I'll be redoing the edges of the black to add like extra detail. I mean, some of this is fine as it is. I won't have to go over everything. But we've only got areas like there, which I just want to do black. I gotta build a massive army of Cupcakes and destroy a Black Templars. Impossible. Impossible. I'll just use a bunch of artillery and vindicators to get rid of you. Cupcakes don't have guns. Yeah, how does this guy look? This guy looks fine. Again, I'd got a bit of the issue of going down there. Once the black's done, though, that's where we'll start doing extra little bits of details. Like this pistol here, you can see he's been firing it, so it's all dirty, covered in gunpowder. Well, maybe not gunpowder, but do you know, they shoot little rockets, and those rockets, do you know, there's going to be some injection dust on them. And dirt and burn marks on your guns. So that's the kind of thing we need to do on the guns. And like for extra power weapon effects on the power fists and for swords and stuff. Maybe try getting some writing on the purity seals. And then like do for eyes. At first also, I wanted to do from blue, but I forgot about that before when I painted them stuff. Cupcakes are faster, bigger and meaner. No, Cupcakes aren't bigger than Templars are the biggest. They're bestest, the strongest, and even if you are bigger than them, look at this big old thing. Super, super fast, super, super big. Big old brain. I've many a Tyranid think they can outsmart me, but I am yet to meet a Tyranid that can outsmart. Plasma! Yeah. Oh. Yeah, I was a bit silly. I did all the lighter colours at the bottom. I should have done it at the top. But I was silly. Hi, 7th stage of rage. It's fine. We make mistakes. And those are just mistakes that, you know, can stay with me. I don't need to fix them. It's something to remind me in the future. Alternatively, you can suggest that all this stuff at the top is just dirty because the armour keeps rubbing over it. So it's got all the oil and stuff on it, where this only has a belt, which cleans off the oil effectively. Yeah, I'm gonna go with that. I'm gonna go and save that. Hi, Free Spin. You changed your profile. Pick again. Either that or you're a different Free Spin. I've destroyed the Dynasty Empire officially now and working on the Ogre Kingdoms. Nothing can stop the Cupcake wave. Oh, you're playing Nakai. Yeah, Nakai's pretty fun, from what I've heard. Oh yeah, that's the other thing. I need to do like little green screens of these things. Yeah. But again, that's something to do afterwards. Do the little lantern at the back there. it's cold on my back now. I don't think I need to redo the skins. Yeah, we've got the skins. They're fine. We got a super dark skin. We've got super pale skin. But actually, neither of them are super dark or super pale, but, you know. I think he's also... Is he tan? Might be. Yeah, I think that's tan. That's pale. That's tan. And... That's dark skin, yeah. Yeah, we got 2 tan, 2 dark, and 2 light. And then a guy who is wearing sleeves so you can't see any of his skin. And then there should be another one, yeah, where he's also wearing sleeves so you can't see any skin. We got the diverse groups. We got the most diverse Space Marines. Yeah! Oh, I mean, they are Black Templar. They recruit from lots of different worlds. So it makes sense. I really want to go through that, especially when like naming all the characters. We should have named them, shouldn't we? Because that's what we did with these guys. We named everybody. We got Guns McGee here. Yeah, we need to name them. Because one of the things with like my Templars and stuff, I want to give them all different names, like from different cultures and stuff, to represent the different planets that we recruit from. And like for different regions and different planets that each have their own different cultures. Oh, yeah. Hey, we're coming along nicely, though. They actually almost look finished. Hi, Talan. Are we winning? Yeah, I'm avoiding painting by just saying what I'm going to paint and what I've painted already. And, you know, but it is a great way to make people think we're being productive when in reality I'm just avoiding painting. Hi, Tony. Classic move. Classic. Wait, did I say the quiet part out loud? Oh, no! I said the quiet part out loud. No, I was meant to say I'm just, you know, we're being productive. We're going through all the stuff we're going to do today. Dr. Smilex. Hello. Hello, Dr. Smilex. We're all smiles here. Yay. But do you know what? I know what we can do that's productive. Look. Piada now. Piada. Piada Deepkin. Oh, look at that. Look at that. Oh, look. You could turn these guys into Gene Stealer cultures. Oh, yeah, up those dice. Those dice are so confusing. We got little dots on them. And look, we got this. I got this plushie in real life. Look at. I'm getting it. I'm grabbing it. I'm grabbing it. Available for pre-order. What you're on about? It's been out since last week. Oh. Enlist the help of a supremely skilled but also cute Skaven Death Master from our licensed partners. Armed with a deadly blade. Oh. Look at it. Oh, look at. Okay, it's very bright. Turn that little light off. Oh, look at him. He's got a little yellow tooth. And he's like, oh, a little scaly thing. And he's got a little knife. Knife to meet you. And look, he's got a little tail. And he's got a knife to meet you. It's very British. Very British. Yush, yush, yush. Yush, 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 yush. And he's very squidgy. Very squeezy. Look at him. Look at him. But that's not the only one I got. I got for Watcher in the Dark. Look at it. Actually, that's not his head. That's just a helmet he's carrying. This is his head. Oh. He's also squidgy. He's also so squidgy. He's got a little robe. A little belt. little pockets on. Oh, you can't open the pockets up though. What secrets does he hold? Won't let us know, but he's got a little Dark Angel helmet. Look at little footsies. He's got little Dark Angel bootsies on. Little Dark Angel bootsies. Oh, oh, oh. Can't take the hood off. It's sewed into the head. Pat, 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 pat. She doesn't even like the angels. I don't, but it's so watch in the dark. It's so cute. Oh, to look at a little pat 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 pat. Can you make him raw? No, they don't have anything like that. But also the bestest one, the squeaks. It's got golden teeth. The squeaky squeak. It's got a little horn. A little squidgy horn. Stop, 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 stop. Stop, 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 stop. And oh, look at his little spiky spikes. Oh, little spiky spikes. Little tail. Little tail. Oh, made in Vietnam. La. Squidgy and little leggy legs. Little leggy legs. Look at them. Oh. With little toes. Little sharpy, clawy toes. Scratch, 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 scratch. Oh. Oh, look, it's got little, like, details and markings. Oh, it's so cute. So cute. And they're rough. You can feel them, but you can't. I can, though. Yeah, little plush toys. Don't you love plush toys? I do. I absolutely adore plush toys. Oh, but there we go. There we go. Oh, we gotta do paintings though. Otherwise, Talan will attack us and hit us over the head. Because he's a big old meanie, is Talan, and he wants us to get work done. Oh. Every like is another head pat for the plush toys. Oh yeah, I built the servitus. Do you want to see the servitus I built? I finished building from Ordino from the kill team kit, recent kill team kit. And this is one of the arms. God forbid she ever paints bunk 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 bunk. What do you mean, God forbid? I painted, look, I was showing off. Look at the cool little cloaks and stuff I've been painting. Look at them. And I did all the silvers. I gave them little silver highlights and the helmets and stuff. And then the little chainsaw blades. Zoom, zoom. And then the little bootsies. Yeah. And we're going to do gold highlights today. Gold. Wow, that's so cool. Thank you. And look at this man. Watch her combo. The play with the toys. With the opens the website again for maximum procrastination. No, there's nothing on the website. There's nothing new there. It's not like done something new, has it? It's not uploaded a new article. Oh, should we check? Should I check? Oh, I think Taran's telling us that there's a new article on the website. Let's go. Let's go. Taran, you lied to me. There's nothing here. I mean, what's this? Chronicles of Ruin. Oh, look, that's so cute. It's fine. And there's a big old preview coming along soon. PDT, EDT, CST, JST, AAST. Yeah. I need a drink again. Okay. Okay. I'm dizzy, so I'm just gonna sleep for a little bit on stream. Sleepy sleeps. Sleepy sleep. No news about Warhammer 3 DLC. We're starving. It's fine, it'll come at the end of the month. Sleep, sleep, sleep. Right, I'm sleeping. I'm sleeping. It's fine. It's not. Yeet. I'm dodging. Ow, that's a heart. Thank you for the heart. Ow! I didn't even dodge in the first place. No hearts for you. Was supposed to be a brick. It felt like a brick. I've got a headache. Stop throwing things at my heady head. Where is my Retributor gold? Retributor. There it is. Retributor armor. Shake, 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 shake. Ow! Oh, brick. Cupcon is thrown pretty well. Oh my goodness, are you okay? No, they keep whacking my head in. Oh. Oh, I'm dizzy. I just dropped my paint. Ah! Like my headphone cord got like trapped on my chair. I smell lavender, you stinky. I'm not stinky. Oh, so if you can smell lavender and you're saying that's me, that's probably true, because I do smell a lavender. Very pretty lavender. Very nice smell. Yuck. Ow! Stop it! I don't want a banana. I don't like banana. It makes me ill. How are you doing, Cuptle? No one's got you to speak yet. Got gold. I got gold. Banana. 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 Cuptle, don't look at me like that. No, Cuptle, no. Ah! I'm back. Why would he do that to me? I forgot to clean my brush after painting. It's fine. It's fine. I was literally painting just before the stream. I'm not the stick. The model really needs to be slip in half when you talk. It looks like a Muppet talking. Nah. Now, maybe. Maybe. I mean, it's not my model. I just bought it. I bought for rights to use this. Oh, it's very cheap. I just noticed I failed and said slip, not split. A banana split! Never heard of him. He's so sleepy, she forgot to make a schedule yesterday. What do you mean? I always make a schedule on Sundays. It's Sunday today. I don't know what I'm doing on my schedule though. I'm thinking maybe Battlefield Gothic 2. Maybe Mechanicus or something. I'd believe that you think it's Monday. You're always getting the date wrong. You're always like, hey, happy Tuesday. And I'm like, it is Wednesday. And it's like, happy Thursday. And I'm like, it's Monday. Don't forget to like, I feel like on this stream, it's a reminder of what day it is for Talan. head pat. Thank you for the head pat, smile man. Also, hello. Hello. Hi. Hi. Never wish Conjuror a good day. Gone wrong. Yeah, but he's always wishing me like a good Monday, and it's like Wednesday or something. And it's like, what? It's not even... You hope my Wednesday's bad as a Monday? Is that what you're saying? He's stacking up for the future. Hello! Hello! Stacking up. Whack his head in. Oh, wait a minute. This is meant to be bronze anyway. Why am I painting it gold? Yeah, gold highlights are fine.
Still waiting for her to spill her nan oil or a bad in black.
No. We already we drew a picture about that, so it can't happen. Also, I did it once. There's like a little stain here where it happened. Ah, stain survived being hit. It's fine. Yeah. What am I doing? I don't know. I love our Templars. Oh, yeah. What's your favourite chapter of Space Marines? Yeah, is she back into a cupcake? I am. Also, it's way too warm here again. Oh. I'm dizzy. Oh my goodness. I'm not as good at painting as some other things you see on Reddit. And I'm like, oh my goodness, why were all these things on Reddit so good? I'm just here like... But at the same time, it's just like, I want to get them painted. I don't want to get them painted that will be amazing levels. Just painted.
Every Space Marine chapter is the best chapter. This is because they are all Alpha Legion and Alpha Legion is the best. Hydra Dominatus.
And then a punch to you, Anthony. Also, hi. Hi, York. This is... No, there's no Alpha Legion Black Templars. Lies! The Imperial Fist chapters died too many times and been destroyed for there to be any Alpha Legion in the Imperial Fists. It's like, hey, Alpha Legion people, do you want to join the Imperial Fist? It's like, no, they're going to get destroyed again. Black Templars will have to rebuild them again. And everyone's like, wait, so are the Black Templars capable of still fielding enough forces? It's like, yeah, obviously. This is barely a drop in the ocean for how many Templar we have. It's like, what? I mean, even out of 6,000, 1,000 is still a lot. It's like, what do you mean 6,000? What? It's like, do you think we just did this from one crusade? It's like, what? What do you mean 6,000 in one crusade? Oh, yeah. 200,000.
Mother, I must ask, have you ever fully finished a campaign of Warhammer 3?
What do you mean fully finished? Like getting to the long campaign victory? Yes. Painting the map? No. We've done the long campaign victory on a couple of streams before, and I've done it a couple of times off stream. I don't know if I'm gonna go for long campaign victory for the horse campaign, but I want to go until at least the Empire is saved. So once all regions in the Empire are controlled by the Empire, that's when we'll finish that campaign. We don't have to control it all personally. The biggest issue with that is actually Kislev. Talk about total war dominance, all of 232. Yeah, I've not completely painted a map. I've tried a couple of times, but I get bored before getting anywhere close. And it's not really what I like doing in total war games, to be honest. In fact, I actively modded older Total War games to, you know, be where it's very difficult to maintain a large empire. So painting a map becomes not quite impossible, but very, very, very difficult and something you can't really maintain. She goes until she can through every horse in an army. Generally, if I go into a campaign with a certain set of objectives, and if I complete them, I'm happy. So, for instance, you know, controlling the Empire. I mean, we didn't really finish the cafe campaign. But that's because it was just meant to be a fun, silly thing to celebrate cafe rather than, you know, trying to complete a full campaign with them. We've already had one campaign where we unified cafe and defeated chaos. And mod list be like, mod that tortures me, mod that throws sand at my face, mod that kicks dogs. No! No, what I like is, I don't really like it that when you conquer territory and stuff, that's it, you just have it forever, especially in historical games. It's like, I want a more realistic representation of what it would be like trying to conquer the Roman Empire. And like the constant rebellions you're going to be getting. Well, not just rebellions, but do you know, like, splinter factions and so on showing up. How hard it will be to maintain armies everywhere that you need to. Mod that change the name of every unit so become unrecognizable at first glance. Yeah, I love that one. World building mods. And what's wrong with that mod? Ow! Hi, iOS. Punch, power fist, punch, power fist. 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 But sorry. He's got a little power fist and it's like it's made to punching. We gotta let him punch. We gotta let him punch, otherwise what's the point of a power fist? Gotta let him punch, otherwise what's the point of a power fist? Everything. Mod that falsifies army list so you think you have a chance but you never did. That'd actually be pretty fun. Why are you giving IRS 10,000 sprinkles? What's going on? Ceridwen paying taxes. What is this? You're not allowed to pay taxes, Ceridwen. You have to pay taxes to me. I'm the autocrat here. But IRS is not for Cuptopian IRS. You have to pay for taxes to Cuptopia. I'm the leader and tax person of Cuptopia. We're for cupcake taxes and revenue. Yeah, it's a CCTR. I've never seen one of your collectors. I am the collector! Cupto's a collector. Inquisitor Muffin's a collector.
Taxes, without representation? Shall we have a miniature tea party?
Who said without representation? You get to vote in the polls I make when I do rarely make polls. You're well represented. And you can see your names up there on chat. You know? There's loads of representation here. Ow! Hi, Pinky. Why am I a cat now? I say we take all of Cupcon's miniatures and push them to Bikini Bottom. No, I don't want them underwater. Don't make me turn for Death Master at you. I got a Death Master here. They'll go and stab you up. Stab, 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 stab. Hi, Bonjour. Remember that day you killed me? I've not killed you ever. Wait, you bought a plush from what? I bought 3 of them. I was showing them off earlier this stream and in the last Handcam stream. We've got Death Master Snitch. I'll turn off this little light. A squig. A little squiggy squig with little leggy legs. And look at, he's got little spikes. They're quite cheap, surprisingly. A little Dark Watcher. Oh, watch in the dark. He's so cute. He's got little pockets and little booty. He's like a Jedi from Star Wars. Not a Jedi. Why is he Jedi? He's like a Jawa. How are you? I am okay. I'm a bit tired and headachy, if I'm entirely honest. Sort of a bit quiet, odd, you know, laid back today. That's why. Subdued, not laid back. That's the word. Subdued. Maybe they didn't eat enough. I don't know. We're painting gold as well today. Just doing gold highlights and stuff. Trying to make the gold look more gold and just makes the bronzy areas look a bit shinier. I got to clear my throat for a heresy speech. No! Pricey, aren't they? No, they weren't that pricey. They were like a tenner or something each. Which, I mean, it's not the cheapest plushie for the size, but it's a lot cheaper than what I expected them to be. Especially considering they're made by Tommy, an American company. You never wanted this. Well, what did you didn't want my painting streams? That's not good. Do you want some doll plane? What's dolly plane? Oh, I don't think my mother picks up my prescription. Oh no, we went shopping. I have a place where we can get our prescriptions. I think she forgot. Oh. You ain't Horace. Da, 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 da. People want the bakery to burn. And it's sad. No, no, no. iOS is ever best, if anything. Go and look at iOS, this little avatar. Where is it? Oh no, iOS changed up his avatar. He's got a little pistol now. I had my teeth, but I had the toothbrush. I had the brush in my mouth. The open is basically a little ball you take when you are hurt. Oh. Mother! You can't crush dreams. Horace sucks though. No one likes Horace, not even Abaddon. I think Abaddon would love Horace, right? But no. It's like, Horace is weak, Horace is pathetic, I'm better than Horace I am. That's what he's like. He's a silly Billy, is Abaddon. Stop turning me into a cat. I'm not even a cat anyway, I'm just a cupcake that looks vaguely like a cat at the moment. But you are a cat. I'm not a cat, I'm a cupcake. I have a name, Cupcake Conjuror. With the profession of Cupcake Conjuror. Wait a minute, why are you a cat? Who did this? iOS? She's a cupcake, not a kitty cat. She's a cupcake, not a cat. It's true, it's true, it is so true. Why'd I give you guys the ability to turn me into a cat anyway? It's not like I even get the sprinkles afterwards, they just disappear into nothingness. Like, wow, that's boring.
Let the pans fall and the pots boil. If it may take the last of my filling, I will free the bakery. And if not, then let the bakery burn.
No, don't let the bakery burn. And don't drop the pans. Those pans are expensive. I'm not made out of money. I mean, the pot of spoiling is fine. You sometimes need a boiler pot. I like the water in a pot. That's fine. But I mean, don't damage a kitchen appliances. We need them to do baking and cooking. You silly billies. You guys out here always trying to do your heresies. These young folk and their heresies. Oh. Hey, Conjure, do one of those polls and we'll see if you're a cat. No, because I know what you guys will vote. I guess I can. Start a poll. Am I a cat or a cupcake? am I a cat or a cupcake? Cupcake. Not a cat. Cup. There you go. Is that the poll you wanted? I did a poll just like you asked. It's definitely not a monkey's paw situation. Boo, Haze. No! This is exactly what you asked for. You asked for a poll and I delivered, did I not? You're just asking for heresy now. No, there's no such thing as heresy. You're deaf a cat. No, report poll, yeet for cat. No! Choose cupcake. Yeah. Ow. Well, see, so far the winning answer is not a cat with 38% of the responses. So that means I'm definitely not a cat. It's not like people are voting cat to try and voting not a cat because it's the closest thing to a cat. Your cupcake. Yeah, it's true. See? I don't want to talk about rigged polls because definitely not rigged. With magical powers. She's not a cupcake. She's a cat with magical powers. I'm not a cat with magical powers. Do I look like a cat? Without you having to change me. Yes. No, I don't look like a cat. I look like a cake. Look at those tiny front paws. They're not paws, they're hands. Look, handy hands. Hands. Ah, handy, handy hands. And you have gloves on that look like paws. Look. They don't look like paws. They look like hands. They've got fingies. Stop turning me into a cat. No. Are you sure this is a wise? Look, Sarah doing what for doing with your tax-paying sprinkles? Just turning me into a cat over and over. Is that really all you want, Saradrin? With your sprinkles? They're not saving up. They're not spending them on public services. They're just spending them on turning me into a cat. Oh, wait, you did it first. Darn it! It's not 5,000. Yeah, I'm going to make this one lose for you. See, bar. Darn it, I got 3 bars. Oh no. No, I accidentally put down the super win button. No. No. I didn't make you lose, I just gave you a jackpot. No. Thanks, Cupcat. No. Oh, goodness. I'm just giving my arms a rest and my shoulders. I'm just like, oh, 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 oh. Meow. Meow, 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 meow. Played yourself. Oh. Broken thingies. Looks like Cupcake's winning for poll now. You know, with Cupcake winning for poll with 20%, 27% of a vote, and Not for Cat with another 27%, and another 27% for Cupcon, I think it's time to end that poll. What do you mean they fell for propaganda? Your propaganda. I have propaganda at face. Punch, 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 punch.
The polls are rigged.
Nah, I don't think it was rigged at all. Don't think that was rigged at all. You could read that though as only 27% of people think I'm a cupcake. Only 27% of people think I'm not a cat. Only 27% of people think I'm Cupcon. And only 18% of people think I'm defo a form of cupcake. Other than a cupcake. A form of cake other than a cupcake. Here she goes saying stop the count. You're gonna eat. Okay, good night, Mal. Hope you sleep well. Thanks for popping in. Oh. I'm tired. Sorry, I'm tired. Meow, meow. Stop meowing at me. You're trying to trick me into meowing back at you. No, 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 meow, 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 meow. Meow, 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 meow. 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 Meow, 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 meow. Meow, 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 meow. Okay, there we go. We're painting the little knee paddy things. The little paddy field. Bound. Wow, wow. Bound. Wow. Bound. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. You have a skull as a hat. Nice! Look at that. You got a halo sword, a dark saber, and a skull as a hat. Oh, so cool. See, don't I give you the best cosmetics, which are literally just mostly for default cosmetics? I had to painstakingly resize and replace for every single cupcake. That's a lot of effort, but I'm glad people enjoy it. It makes the effort all worth it. It does. Who wants to be my hat now? I need a hat per day. Oh no. Oh no, run away from Bonjour! No, Tony, don't go to Bonjour. Bonjour wants to turn people into hats. That's illegal. Wearing fashion made from the body parts of a person is illegal. It's legal if nobody... That doesn't make it legal. Can I go up to the jail? Why do you want to go to jail? I mean, if you really want to go to jail. Where are you, IRS? That's not you. There you are. I think that's the jail. There you go. IRS is a gun. No, it's just a toy laser pistol. Ah, Erlen danced. I mean, most of you have swords and lightsabers. I think Anthony actually has a proper dueling, pistol. Like, pa-choo, pa-choo, pa-choo. Toy last gun. I take his skull. You take his skull. Oh. I don't think cupcakes have skulls, if I'm entirely honest. You're gonna have to find those skulls from elsewhere, outside of Cuptopia.
Mother, did you know there is a Slanesh cupcake? I am pleased.
There's a Slanesh cupcake? Where? Oh wait, do you mean at the bottom of the screen because Slanesh came in on stream? I was like, hi. But actually more like, hi. Howdy Nathan, how you doing? That kind of, we're still painting the same Black Templar that we've been painting for a few weeks now. It's a squad of 21 of, actually technically, yes, 21 of them. 20 of these dudes and a chaplain. So it takes a while. The Templar's just been painted, not for a year. Because we were painting the Neurolix earlier, and before that we were painting the what's it called? This thing, Parasite Tomato. I really wish the Black Templars were real. I want to send them to the nearest furry convention. Why? I'm not even sure they'd attack anybody at a furry convention like people claim they would. I mean, they're not that intolerant of people. In fact, the people that they'll most likely go after is pretty much any type of, religious person. Like, if you're worshipping something that's not the Emperor, that's heretical. Just been staring at them, willing for paint onto them. And that hasn't worked, decided she might as well paint them. No, it's just because there's 20 of them, and we've been testing contrast paints, and it's hard. Yes, they would. They would spade. No, they wouldn't. They wouldn't. Actually, no, to be honest, if they found Earth as it is today, the ones that they'll go for first would probably be... Well, they'll probably first come to Earth and be like, okay, so if these people are clearly not in the Empress Light, we need to bring them to the Empress Light. So first thing is first is to target major military installations and areas of governance in the world. Once they were destroyed, they'll go after major religious buildings and icons and try to destroy them. After that, they'll start rounding people up. Bonk! Hey, don't bonk me. First, yeah, they'll start... Don't... Who are you bonking? we'll probably choose a site that's densely populated, where they'll start to create effectively a new group of people and start bringing people into their military forces. There's a good site they'll land in, like China or India, where there's going to be a large groups of people in like a small area. I'll be like, what are you doing with the bunks constantly? You know, those are great considering there's a million planets in Imperium. There's like a few thousand planets. Exactly the same living conditions as our planet, pretty much. Well, maybe not exactly, but there's definitely a few that are going to be like a decent standard. Some that are going to be way higher standard than what we have today. Like, you're going to have better technology. You don't have to worry about multiple nations and warfare or anything. Probably much lower crime rate. There's probably only going to be a small number of worlds like that. Most of them are going to be worse than what we've got today. Most of them are, from what I've seen in books, a lot of them seem very inspired by, you know, like the 50s, 60s, 20s, 30s, but basically anything from the 20s to the 60s is where I see most of the inspirations coming from. When they like write about, you know, just human worlds where you're just living normally, that aren't like hive worlds and stuff. Don't swear, Nathan. You saw a beautiful art piece of some boys in a 50s car and wearing 50s clothes parked on a cliff, and they're watching and waving at Imperial warships in the sky. Yeah, that would feel very 40k-ish. Yeah, you do not want Black Templar to be real. That's the main point, though. You don't want most of a 40k setting to be real. I wish there was a Halo hats or rings so I would look like the angel I am. No! Not allowed. You're not an angel. You're a traitor and a heretic. Do. I just realised you're a cat. Did you ever watch Sabrina? I did watch Sabrina the Teenage Witch. There's the talking black cat called Salem. Yeah. He used to be a wizard, but... Oh yeah, who used to be a wizard, but now his punishment is he's got to be a flea bag. He's not a flea bag, he's a cute little kitty cat. But yeah, I did watch Salem the Teenage Witch. Salem the Teenage Witch, Sabrina the Teenage Witch. As well as Buffy the Vampire Slayer. Did you ever watch Buffy the Vampire Slayer? I had Spike in. Spike was cool, at least I think. And Charmed! Charmed was cool. Oh, the actor who played Cole died. Oh, I'm so sad. I noticed yesterday, just before yesterday's stream, I was like, oh no! That's not good. There was some for you Simpsons poop post Reddit that I found out. It's only 56, I think. Sabrina, Buffy, but what about Mona for vampire? I don't know Mona. I don't know Mona. See, this is why I do heresy against you. No. Yo, brother Vampire Slayer and its spin-off Angel. I wasn't a big fan of Angel. I didn't like the guy who played him, even though he was also, what's his name? Booth in Bones. I wasn't a big fan of Bones, mind you. My sister was. She loved Bones. She also loved House. Let go. Let go! The Tyranid had hold of my Black Templar. Oh. It's something in my eye. It's my finger. Cupcake, do you remember anything that just happened after you turned into a cat? Yes, I do. I'm fully conscious and aware when I get turned into a cat. And it's a painful process of going blah, 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 and becoming a cat, you know. They force it upon me. Like the evil fiends they are. The best ever anime is called Ghost Stories. Oh, is that the one with the crazy dub? Where it's basically like an abridged series. I was talking Black Cats in that. Those who've seen the anime will know why it's so great. Oh dear gosh, the best dub to ever exist. The best official dub. Here we go. That's another one done. Oh. Oh. You got wing. You got wing. Oh, you got the little wings on your head. Oh, it's cute. Ah. And you got a little knife. You got a little butter knife. Oh, and little wings. Exactly. It's like if Team 4 stars Dragon Ball Z or Housing Abridged were officially sanctioned dubs. And not just high quality YouTube poop posts. Oh, Yu-Gi-Oh! Abridged. I love Yu-Gi-Oh! Abridged. I'm about to shift you. No, it's a butter knife. You can't shift people with a butter knife. You gotta get some country life. Because you can't put a butter on your knife. You can't put a butter on your knife. It's country life. The tastiest, bestest butter. It's not a butter knife. Wait, yes it is a butter. Look, it's literally just a butter knife. You stinky. You stinky. You are. Not me. I'm not stinky. Hi, Bob. How you doing? I want to say Ghost Stories cut so bad the amount of self-restraint I had to not press send. Did it contain swears? If so, that's bad. If not, then you can give both. long as they're family friendly. Friendly. Who dares threaten my family-friendly channel with such drivel? It was Anthony, sir. Anthony. Send out the hounds. It's not giving me my cutlass sword. Where's your cutlass? Your cutlass is right there, iOS. Only Icon has cutlass. No, iOS literally has a cutlass too. Oops, sorry, I'm actually painting off screen there, aren't I? Fight me. Fight me, duel Anthony. See who has the right to wield a cutlass. Although if Anthony loses, then he'll have to like change his pirate aesthetic up. That might be a bit unfair. Not exactly like son of a man's taking my sprinkles and my weapons. Yeah, go and fight iOS. Fight for iOS. They're spending your tax-paying sprinkles on cosmetics. Dual iOS. Is iOS ready? Oh! iOS just suffered a crit. Oh, goodness. Ah! Anthony's really upset here. Another crit! Oh my goodness. 2 misses in a... 3 crits in a... Oh my gosh, you angered Anthony. iOS. Oh, you're upset for wrong cupcake today. That's a tax refund. Anthony getting his tax refund back. I'm used to axes. Oh, skill issue. Any excuse. Can't start with 2 crits and then it never stopped. And you dodged twice. Ow! Don't throw a fish at me just because you're the one losing jewels. You ain't to land, you can't say skill issue. I can. I think I literally just said it because I don't have a skill issue. iOS went first, opened with a crit, and then I took that personally. Yep. Oh, goodness. I just can't believe that means there were 4 crits in a row, really. You showed him the true meaning of a crit hit. Crit combo. I've got this wire and it keeps tangling up. Stop getting caught on my blooming chair arm. Our Cupcon can't stay at a picnic today. Good luck with your picnic. I hope it goes well. Also, thanks for popping in, Honey Rose. And hello. I should probably paint these little crosses on the purple white, shouldn't I? Probably. Feel like I should. Did you know that Black Templar get 2 pistol attacks in close combat? Or just 2 pistol attacks in general? They have a heavy pistol and they have a bow pistol. For some reason. That means in combat, on top of the 5 chainsaw attacks they get a strength 4 attack with AP -1 in the shooting phase, and a strength 4 attack without the AP in the shooting phase. I only learned that the other day. Like, what? Wait a minute. They do have a bolt pistol and a heavy bolt pistol. I never realised. Pretty cool, actually. Absolutely insane. Conjuror may go up in jail again. Just give me a few moments to paint this model up. By the way, don't forget to like the stream if you haven't already. There you go. Oh, I keep skip letters for some reason. Don't worry about it. Okay, IRS. You got an axe again. You got an axe. You got little feathers in your hair, and you've got a shield. You're ready to be like a new champion of Carl. Oh, sorry, yawning. You got a halberd. Oh my gosh, halberds are cool. You got a pole arm. You're going to try and duel Anthony to death again. See if you can beat him now. Oh gosh, I need to like just stretch a little actually. Maybe. Oh gosh. Oof, 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 oof. Stretching, stretching, stretching. There we go. Oh. Oh, Inquisitor Muffin's there. Hi. Me and him are cool. He backs me up in armor heresy. No, he doesn't. Here's about you're on my side now, aren't you, Anthony? Like the little Alfarius you are. Do, 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 do. To be honest, though, that actually feels very like chaos, you know, in the codexes and stuff. I can very easily imagine them like two Marines, or like chapters of Marines, legions or whatever, they'll want competing over the same thing, like some favor or some weapon. So they end up just in the middle of a heresy fighting one another. Feels like a very chaos thing to do. If that's what helps you sleep at night, you'll never know my allegiances. I don't know them either. That sounds more like the Dark Angels and the Fallen. We've gone through quite a lot of models already. We're like half of them. Yeah. Okay, we've done all the ones up here. Yeah. And there's some of the ones that were scrolled on from like the most to paint. And we've still got these ones left. That's out to 21. We've only got 10 left. Yeah, we actually pretty much have just done it just over half. Oh, goodness. Look, we're being productive. We're an hour and 22 minutes into a stream and I've got half of the models, you know, painted of the colour I wanted. I'm Angel. No, you're not Angel. You're IRS. Sling 64. You gotta bounce about in your box. There you go. I'm sorry, you're in the box. You said you wanted to go into jail. You're literally trapped inside a box. A not particularly big box. Do you want to see the box? Come on, there we go. Block. There you go. There's your box. Here it is. You want to make it smaller? There you go. Oh no, he climbed! He climbed! He escaped! That's not allowed. There you go. No! Okay, I'll put you in a different cell. There you go. Are you happy? When to look up the Alpha Legion rules in 9th. -1 to hit when over 12 inches away. Or 18 inches if you had... What's that say? You had 10 plus wounds. Oh. And you could charge and perform an action when You fell back. Oh, that's cool. So basically I had stealth. You just put me in a smaller cell. I did put you in a smaller cell. As punishment for the heresies. And look, I'm a true angel. Look at me flying. Look at me flying about. Like a proper angel. Yuck. Stretching my legs. There we go. So, you had stealth of the Alpha Legion. There's stealth with extra conditions and fall back and charge. Yeah, sounds cool. You currently got a detachment that's basically Alpha Legion, and the entire thing is basically like infiltrating the enemy, I believe. I can't remember the stats of that one. I do like the detachment rule rather. But I know it's pretty much the Alpha Legion one. There we go. Look at that. Painted. Cupcake. No! That's like a significant portion of your remaining sprinkles just to turn me into a cat. Was it really worth it? Was it worth it, Tyrus? Probably not. Yeah, what do you mean, yeah? No, it wasn't worth it. No! It's never worth attacking me, you silly billies. Oh, so what's this? Oh, and for 1 CP you could make it a unit able to fall back, shoot and charge, so that's fun. Looks like they changed over that strat at the end. Sad. Aww. What about, though, what is it in 10th edition right now? Because I know there's a detachment for the Alpha Legion. It's not called Alpha Legion, but it's basically all about infiltrating and stuff, and it's very clearly inspired by the Alpha Legion. So I definitely can't remember that one off the top of my head. That's really funny. Space Marines had an R-spec scan, which was when an enemy unit is set up 24 inches away from an infantry, shoot them. Alpha Legion removed for infantry requirement. Ooh. Wait, so could you use Alpha Legion as a loyalist? You deep strike a vehicle and then the last head looks at you like, haha. You fought and then blast them. What? Oh gosh, my internet connection today is not very strong. It keeps going on and off. Like, it just keeps, I was in, like, it keeps going into a red zone quite often off an orange zone. There we go. No. AL was still Chaos Space Marines. But Overwatch, as you know, it wasn't a universal strat and it had to be played as on an infantry unit. Oh, okay. Wouldn't a Vindicator be like the best thing to deep strike in, though, as a vehicle? Because that likes to be within 24 inches of things. Because, you know, very short range but very powerful cannon. More of a last cannon predator. You just put it on the back row and shoot from far away. There we go. By AL, do you mean AS for R-spec scan? Chaos Space Marines still have R-specs. Oh no. That's not good. We can't have them having access to the tricorder from Star Trek. Too powerful. Too powerful to be allowed to live. Do I use the last of my sprinkles or turn into a cat, or do I save them? Just save them for something pretty for yourself, you know? You know? That's some good life advice from me, right there. Don't give out that cheap little cat. No! Do you hate me, Anthony? Oh my goodness. A very quiet stream today, isn't it? Maybe it's my internet being a bit weird. No, you just like iOS. I'm the streamer. You're meant to like me most of all. You're not meant to be forming teams together and like to bully me. This is the saddest day of my life. Don't bully Cupcakes, is a nice cupcake. Yeah, I'm super nice and friendly and will never hurt a fly. Definitely not a lie. Yeah. Oh, I am actually kind of sad. There was a fly that got into my room last night, like from my windows or whatever. I was like trying to get it to like get out and like lure it to somewhere, you know, outside my bedroom. But I don't know where it went until like this morning. I looked at my windowsill and I was like, oh no, it's there. And it was dead. I was like, oh, poor fly. Poor fly. You ain't been here long enough to see an evil side. Look, there's no detect evil. You can't do detect evil on me because you turned me into a cat. Ah, 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 ah. Oh, I know why my internet's being weird. I just heard my mother talk about downloading stuff. Oh no. They can be silly sometimes. Yeah, I can be silly. Kids can be so mean. We can? Yay! Got Branwy and Elite in the basement. I didn't. Actually, where is Branwy? I've not seen him for a few days. Elite I see on Briar's stream quite often. But he's a mod over there. I think we just don't stream at good times of the Elite. You took
I'm not evil cuz you cannot reveal my evil nature. Starts laughing heavily. So, you lie as easily as you breathe.
I don't lie as easy as I breathe. I didn't take them away. They just stopped coming around. Probably because life got a bit busy for them or whatever. And we got other stuff going on. They're still welcome here. Oh. I don't take people away. And you can still sometimes find people on their Discord. Where's Nico? He's busy doing his arts and his music. He actually contacted me the other day. I was like, hey, I've got stuff. I've got stuff. I was like, yeah. Locked in a basement. No! It's true, you have breathing issues like easier than you breathe. No! Look, I'm not evil. Don't try to use your detect evil magic on me. It won't work. No! You revealed my true form. Now, see what will happen to you. See what will happen. Oh gosh. See, you know this is my true form because you can do this to it. I am Super. Superstar. Bombardment. Don't bombard me, you evil person. Ow, 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 ow. Okay, I'm having to turn my air conditioner on. Yes, I am evil. Why are you bombarding me then? If they're trying to prove I am evil. Shouldn't we be on the same side? So many bears. Yeah, why is she throwing all the bears at me? Wee bear. All he did was throw Grizzly. My favourite is Polar Bear. He's a cutie. Ow! That's a fish, not a bear, Anthony. Do you know what a bear looks like? Ow! That's another fish! Fish off a bear. Okay. I believe that's your goal. Fish off a bear. Any excuse. Any excuse. See her, she has a silly face. Yeah! What does that even mean, I have a silly face? I mean, I might be a bit silly, but I'm not that daft. My views on Conjuror will never change. I'm perfect. I'm a good person who is the kindest of heart. And I'm an adorable little cupcake person. I know those are your true views. Despite what you say, can't there be any other way? Deceive the soul. So about the schools, is it time now? What do you mean? Oh gosh, someone else has a weird school thing on. Who is that? Night Parade. Oh, Night Parade. Oh, look at Night Parade's helmet. Look at that. Cool sword, cool helmet. Oh. Can I get a skull off someone else for a hat? You're gonna have to find them. I mean, you can duel someone if you want, but generally, cupcakes don't have skulls, so if you're going to get a skull from someone, it's because they collected it themselves. Like, you know, for a Calm Berserker cupcake or something. Yeah. If you want to do the fight, you have to do duel, exclamation mark duel, then the name of a person you want to fight, so like @IRS. And then type like the amount of sprinkles you want to wager, which can be nothing, so you just leave it blank, or it can be like 1,000 or 100 or whatever. Yeah. You got it. Oh, IRS just took a hit. Bonjour took another hit. Bonjour is using an elite. Oh, power sword and a lightsaber. IRS just has a trusty halberd and shield. But IRS square with a crit, 2 crit hits. IRS won. Shattering Bonjour. The trusty halberd once again uses extended reach to win. GG. Your weapons are only cosmetic. I don't think they actually change anything, so don't worry about it. There's no meta. There's no meta. I'll pay to win. I have a PS3 and standby. Dual Erland. Bonjour's now trying to dual Erland. What will Erland accept? Is Erland even here to accept? Maybe he's busy. He's accepted! Oh! And once again, another duel takes place. We're all watching. Oh! Erland strikes first with a rapier. And both of them are striking one another, both of them tanking. Neither of them dodging yet. Is this? Nope, just a normal attack coming in. No dodging, no crits so far. Still no dodging and no crits. Oh, Erland dodged. Bonjour, you have to dodge. Oh, Bonjour is still a novice when it comes to dueling. Does not have the same experience of the others have. Better luck next time, Bonjour. Why am I so bad? It's just bad luck. Just some bad looks. Well, there we go. We painted the gold highlights onto them all. So next, that means we're onto the whites, which will probably be mean taking the Wraithbone and then going Corax White over it. We were already undercoated in Wraithbone White. But that means just taking all the whites that you can see already on the model other than the basis and making them neater, like you can see this messiness. There's a lot of areas of this black where it should be white and stuff. Also, I might go over certain areas like this guy's shoulder pad where he's got a black cross that you can barely see. I might just paint that white instead. And this one too. They were originally for undercoated white, so I had to paint for cross black to begin with. Duel. You can't duel me, unfortunately. It will say target not available. That's because of the way my name's written. Try dueling Anthony. Anthony, already had an amazing duel today. But I'm going to just quickly go because I need to use a little cupcake room. So I'll be very soon. Hello. Hello. I'm back. Hi, back. We're chat. Okay, so you guys have been trying to duel one another. Ow! I didn't even see what hit me then. I just heard the noise. Ow! Okay, so what hit me then? With lots of love hearts. Thanks for the heart. Ow. You're so mean, though. Why are you throwing stuff at my poor little heady head? Ow! That's a bear. Stop. I've had enough bears throwing at me today. I have to get another glove on because... What was that for? You know. Need to change gloves. There we go. I got another glove on. I'm going to get some Wraithbone Whiteout because I think that's in my box. My box of colours. A whole bear. You can't handle the bear. You want the bear? You want the whole bear? You can't handle the bear. Wait, don't you mean truth? No. No. Not anymore. There's a Wraithbone, which definitely needs mixing up. Oh gosh, look how much... Oh, mixing up that needs. Ah, poor little neophyte. Okay, put it this way. Oh, I just saw a little landscape I had drawn ages ago. I say landscape, cityscape. Okay, how's that looking? Ba-dum, ba-dum, ba-dum. Ba-dum, ba-jum, 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 ba-jum. All of you. You attracted messages. There you go. Was that a plan? Did you just like retract a bunch of messages saying that you're all going to attack me at the same time or something? That's a really nice off-white I was using for the banners of my knights. I think it was Celeste Grey. Oh. I have a relatively nice one too. Fenris Grey here. Oh, that hurt. Okay, I'm gonna go and get my 000 brush. And I'm gonna move them all to here, one side here. Oh gosh, I just look at them and then fine. Hopefully. My aim is to fix. Might have done a bit of heresy. No, there's no heresy allowed. How many times do I have to tell you people? How many times do we have to teach you this lesson, old man? What was that voice? What was that accent? That was nothing like the SpongeBob SquarePants fish. Let me move my microphone down. Oh my.
Better question. How many times are you tell us before you realize we won't listen?
You have to listen. It's the law. I know you'll obey the law. One law for me, another for fear. Mm. There we go. Hi, Vince. Need a pint of Dornian heretic? No, there's no heretics here. No heresy allowed. And Dawn would never be a heretic. Dawn is too beautiful. Too perfect. Hi, Nano Fate. How you doing? Consider we were painting the Sons of Dawn, the Black Templar. I want to kill the sun. Same. It's too warm. Just go into the sky, reach up, grab it, throw it away. That's what I do whenever it gets too warm in the sky. Like, if my parents upset, they're like, no, put the sun back. I'm like, okay. They like the heat. I don't get it. Shame that Perturbo died in both heresies, but at least he lasted longer in Dornian. Which side was he on in the Dornian heresy? There we go. Oh, I think I've got to change a brush up, maybe. Or maybe I'll go through and paint around all the crosses with this brush. Yeah, I'll do that. And then I'll go and use another brush to do the rest. What's next? Abaddon for Master Tactician? Yeah. Abaddon is a terrible tactician. We need to accept that mem into Dino for heresy in general. I just gotta put him to like super one side. We need to acknowledge it into just like, yeah, Abaddon sucks. But we don't really acknowledge that type of stuff very often. Go. I'm painting this cross. Because I realise the black just doesn't show up on that purple very well. So it's just a very focused effort here though. Abby the Armorless. It's not just the fact his arms fall off, it's the fact he's had 13 crusades and all of them failed. And sure, they might have retconned it a little bit to like, well, each one was a perfectly planned strike. But when you read about what happened in each of them, it's like, I'm not sure perfectly planned is a word I'd use. In some regards, it even just makes him look even more like an idiot. It's like, wait a minute, so you already know about all these Blackstone pylons and stuff, and you've been destroying them for years. How were you surprised by them then? Why are you always surprised and they just appear somewhere else then? You idiot. You need to be prepared for them. Abaddon has more plot armor than a named Ultramarine not wearing a helmet. It's true. He was not even the worst first captain, he's mediocre at best. Yeah. I do like how the 13th Crusade kind of did fail. It succeeded and failed at the same time. Like, ultimately, they still got stopped at Cadia, but they did destroy Cadia. But it cost them, like, way too much. To the point where it gave the Imperium a chance to do a counter-crusade. Purging of my kins. Yeah, hi, the great Dexter. I almost said the great Doctor then. Genius. Why did I say the great? You're called genius. Oh my gosh, my brain's just filling in for blanks. I'm reading one letter and filling in the rest. Oh. Was falling when Abby had a tantrum? Yeah. Yeah, his thing was failing. And then he had a tantrum. And his tantrum blew up the planet because he threw his fortress at it. You know, one of the very extremely rare black fortresses. To be fair, it was already pretty much gone. Had been defeated and he just threw its body, its destroyed remnants at the planet. There's only like 7 of them a year. And the Imperium has 1,000 fortress worlds. Probably more than 1,000 at that. The neck ones have lots of blackstone posts and stuff. You know, to stop all the chaos things, so they can rebuild them. And heck, the Imperium's even learning how to make that type of stuff. And the Eldar have similar types of stuff. And the Eldar are bringing back the gods. A little bit at a time. Which is weakening the Chaos Gods. And not only that, but he's destroying of what's it called? Saved the Blood Angels and stopped the Tyranids. So in many regards, he saved the Imperium because if Baal had fallen, then it's basically... They would have suffered a lot more had Abaddon not turned the galaxy in half. It's still activated in Chaos hands. They were destroyed, including the one at Cadia. We had taken over in Imperial hands. Ooh. So he lost. So not only are there only 7 of them, But Chaos, they even have that many to begin with. Yeah, Abaddon suck. Meanwhile, Gulliman is like leading a bunch of newborn kids effectively onto a crusade and somehow succeeding. So none of the super ultra def weapon systems are working. Most of the Imperial hands aren't active though. They're glorified space stations. They're still cool space stations. It'll be funny if the Imperium did activate them and then just like... Imagine if the Imperium did activate them and then just sent them to like to Imperium Nihilus. They discovered an 8th Blackstone Fortress. DW released a board game about it. Ooh. The characters you play as includes a Man of Iron. Ooh. That's not the one that also has one of those Tyranids in, is it? Do you know one of the very first Tyranids they ever made? It's... Oh, they're used by the Wood Elves as well in Total War 3. I think it begins with Z, the name. They're technically not a Tyranid, but like a cybernetically and biologically changed organism that were used as emissaries and diplomats by the Tyranids and when they first arrived. And I know that they made a board game that had it in. Like more recently, that is. So, yeah, so that's it. I heard that where that's based. I thought that was just on a Blackstone Fortress, not a freshly discovered one. Ooh. Yeah, I also never knew that was about a freshly discovered Blackstone Fortress. Thought it was just stuff. But yeah, the sorts of things. How's that looking? That's looking okay-ish. I definitely need to put a wash on that though. Like the apothecary white wash. Okay, that's put to one side now. And it's you. Oh, it looks like a fun game. Just looks like old Space Hulk game. Oh. Does that game have the Salt in it though? Because I swear they had a recent-ish game that had a Salt on. And for like little sentry bots too. So you can do this. I can. There. I think it has an amble. It has an amble. Oh goodness, that's cool. You can get ambles in Necromunda. I really like the models, but I don't know what to do with them. had a few ideas, but would be good for Gene Stealer cult things. Or like Imperial Guard, but like Dual Planetary Defense Force type stuff. I think any faction is allowed to use an amble for sentries and assault in their army list, but it's a legends thing. Oh gosh, my body just went and made weird. Ow, ow. I'm not that well today, it turns out. But yeah, ambles are cool. We're going to the website again. My arm's doing weird stuff to me. But yeah, if we go over here, more other games. Necromunda. Cuptle. It's like an amble or something. Oh yeah, you got these things. These Antomina things. They're so cool looking. Look at them! What size base are they on? 40mm round bases. They're like, I don't know, a bit bigger than Terminator size. Amble might still have legend rules of 10. Yeah, it does have legend rules of 10. Any faction can use it, I believe. Oh, what are they? Semi-sentient servo Ontoma. But there's also another thing like them, and it's like a robot made using an amble, like a servitor, sorry. No, it's Ogrins. Those are cool Ogrins, mind you. Here it is. Yeah, here we go. Amble robots. Luther pattern excavation automata. Amble. Yeah, the ambles that have been like put into robot bodies. It's like, ah, so cool. The Luther pattern excavation automata is a heavy construct built in imitation of the amble, a huge, roughly humanoid xenos creature common to hot and arid worlds. These automata are commonly used for slag mining and ash excavation. However, it's always under Hive Gang waiting for the opportunity to break such a prized commodity and utilize it as a weapon against their rivals. Available to any gang as a brute option, ambots might not be subtle, but they can reduce a fully armed Goliath ganger to paste in moments. Oh, yeah. I think some of them are literally servitized. Like, this one definitely looks like a servitized amble. Toughness 8, 8 wounds, 5+ feel no pain, deep strike, and Gene Stealer cult style infestion notes, and fights on death. Yeah. Pretty cool. Where is the amble? I think there's definitely an amble model here somewhere. Look at Photon. Oh, they're also cool for arachnovigs. I want a bunch of them. But again, a lot of it is like, I don't really know what I'd use them for. Maybe Tau type stuff. They could be for. That would be a cool so-and-so. He's also cool. I kind of want all of them. Look, Skaven! In 40k! Oh, oh no, there not any ambles, I didn't miss them. I swear they used to have ambles in Necromunda, at the very least. Oh no, they only have these things. Oh. Still very cool. Still very, very cool. I mean, we've been doing good painting today, though. I'm allowed to have a little break of little looking at the screens. Because look, I've gotten every single model with the gold highlights. I've gotten that thing done. I've gotten that thing done. I've gotten this guy done. Oh, with the whites, I mean. Oh, gosh.
Mother loves to yap, and we all enjoy her yapping.
Yay, thank you. Native engine, hello. Would a peck on the cheek from someone who ate onions and garlic be fatal? No. No, but I'd rather not. No, it's mostly if I ingest onions and garlic. Even small amounts, though, is really bad for me. So... the entire thing is ingestion. It's dangerous. Okay, don't need to do that. That's perfect. Oh my goodness, it is perfect. I kept it really neat here. There we go. I rag on your rate of painting, knowing full well that there's currently a tiny warbringer sat on a table that I am thinking I should do this when I get home, and I just don't. Oh no! Paint your tiny warbringer! I mean, I've been trying to paint more off stream, but it is very difficult. It's got lots of other stuff going on at the same time. It's, like I want to write a story. I've got life, I've got my health, and I've got to get this lore video made, which I've just not been doing. But I know I need to get these guys painted just so I can get them off my desk. Get them out of the way. It doesn't help that I've got one of the models in the group though that's meant to be more of a centerpiece style miniature. So I need to paint him relatively well. The rest of the squad, it's fine if I make mistakes, I guess, because they're just like, it's a block of 20 Black Templar, and I've got so many other blocks of Black Templar to paint. And make, actually. I say ingestion normally is what just sets me off, except there have definitely been times my parents have been cooking food. I had a very strong smell to it and it made me feel very, very ill. So you never know. I like how white this feels, yet it doesn't look white there, but it looks white on the model. Crazy. Full of theory, yo. Okay, now the head looks a bit nicer. Nice. Actually, I think that's pretty much done. But I'll keep them there just in case. Then I have a whole tiny warlord to assemble and paint. I've got Armagus to finish. I've got an Austriarch model that I'm going to make neck ones, and then all the unopened boxes. Yeah, this... What is it called? There's 2 Spartan tanks I need to get made. There's 20 more of these dudes I want to get made, and 5 more not Devastators, Desolators, which are the guys with the rocket launchers. And then there's 10 Devastators. Like, all of those are opened boxes and stuff that I need to work on. There's also a bunch of sprues that I, like, you know, I've used up the sprues, but there's still a lot of bits on them that I just need to cut out, sort out, and put in for sprue box. So I can make up room up. Oh, and Kairos, I'm too scared to attempt. Ooh. Now, the biggest thing about my painting rate is that it's like the time it takes me from starting a model to finishing a model is insane. Like, even if you discount all the time between painting sessions, I'm a very slow painter. Like, we spend these times like 3 hours streams. It's like, sure, I do take breaks and I yap a lot in the streams, and that's partly because, you know, you have to be entertaining. But still, I'm just very slow when it comes to... Just as Kairos as a scheme is a daunting task, but I'm over here wanting to painting him to look like a crystal. You know, the easiest way to do that is, now you've bought a Kairos, right? What you do is you 3D print a Kairos using, you know, those clear plastics. Like, someone was showing off some cool models that they had printed, and they're like, oh my gosh, is that candy? Is that sweets that you 3D printed with? And it's like, no, it's just a transparent plastic. It's like, oh yeah, just do that, like whatever crystal colour you're going with. It would definitely look like a crystal then. Alternatively, what you need to find is like a slightly not metallic paint that's like whatever colour you want, and just spray in that. Just learned what a woman was arrested for breaking into a house and cleaning it. Maybe I just make him look like the parrot guy from Total War 3 instead, like a macaw. A macaw! The parrot guy? I have no idea who you're talking about. A parrot guy? I'm guessing he's a pirate faction dude. I'm also guessing for the woman who broke it. Oh, so hi, Nana Fate, if I didn't say hi. I'm guessing the woman who was arrested, like, broke into, like, own son's house or something. Or daughter's or whatever, like a family member's house. Like, you need to clean up. And then they're like, no! Clean up. Alternatively, social worker type person trying to take care of somebody with a hoarding issue. And because I have heard of that type of stuff happening before. But maybe a mod that adds a special order change and he is red and white with rainbow wings. Oh, that sounds so cool. I want a rainbow wing Kairos now. Fried Kairos. You know, I think Kairos would be all for pride. There you go. There you go. Nope, she broke into a random house. She left a note charging the homeowner 70. What? That sounds crazy. Oh, goodness. There you go. Can't remember if he's a regiment of renowned or hero. Yeah, it could be either because you got that random gold Lord of Change, don't you? If that's a regiment of renowned and people say sucks. I mean, it's not that bad if I'm to be honest with you. Like, it's worse than a regular Lord of Change, but for just an emergency thing that he can summon, you know, without any restrictions, really, other than waiting 10 turns before you can summon it again and only being able to have one at a time. It's pretty decent. Like, I know that a lot of regiments of renown are usually better than their equivalent. I don't think they need to be. They just need to be different. There we go. The hardest bit for Black Templars for me is for whites and trying to get these blooming crosses looking good. Very, very difficult. I still love the absolute cheese game you have to play to save and confederate for sort of Folia's Watchers, but other Siege faction that spawns north of Kairos in Total War 3. The only other Siege faction I'm aware of is the one that spawns in Albion and gets destroyed by Belagor. Not by Belagor, Bella. But is it Belagor? Yeah. Something like that. I always get his name mixed up with a homeless dwarf. Belagor. Belagor's the homeless dwarf. Belakar is the chaos demon. Vince. You gotta trade a settlement to him so he has somewhere to respawn. And bonk him yourself. Sarforius Rochus. Are they the ones that with Belagar, or is that something else? As for Kairos, the changing, Village is Wise of Chaos. Sarfaral and Sarfal. Sarfreal, unless you do the silly intervention, has a 99% chance of being curb stomped by Teclis. Oh. No, there's a fifth Cinchian faction. Then. Because, unless that's like he's a special legendary lord, is Sofreal. But do you know one he can't play as normally? If we're talking about non-Chaos Lords, there's a few other ones. If it's non-legendary lord we're talking about. Oh, he is a legendary lord you can't select. Oh, okay, I never knew that. I don't like the legendary lords that you can't select. I wish you could just play as them. Partly because some of them are just really cool, like Boris Todbringer. I know about him. And Red Duke. Red Duke is a vampire who starts in the middle of Bretonia. Well, I say the middle. He starts in Bretonia. Inside... Oh, it begins with an M. Begins with an M. I forgot it. The cursed town, anyway. You've also got Rotgut for Ark, who starts at near Carrick 8 Peaks. He doesn't start in control of it because it's not for mutinous gets. He's his own little tribe. Technically an LL. A legendary lord. I think what makes some of these legendary lords cool is the fact that they have their own unique models. Some of them also have their own unique rules, like the Red Duke has his own cool little thing he can do. And his own stat line that's separate from others. I mean, some of them have really cool lore. The Red Duke has lots of cool lore because he's basically the Blood Knight. Boris Todbringer has cool lore, being the guy who, you know, dueled one of the toughest beastmen and won. And being the guy that could have led a civil war against the Emperor, Karl Franz, but chose not to because, you know... I keep catching, my headphones keep catching my blooming microphone. Yeah, because he was like, you know, I could do no civil war against Karl, but I'd rather a unified empire. Isn't Boris a one being mugged by Manfred von Karstein in his trailer? Maybe. Oh no, I can't remember what Mark Manfred's trailer's like. Gonna have to watch it again. Boris is for one. I think he comes with one of the Beastmen DLCs. Because I think it's Kasavag, who's basically like he's a famous rivals to one another effectively. Both of them have one eye. Do you know for one-eyed beastmen? Both of them have one eye because they basically took one another's eyes. I can't remember if Boris lost his eye then took Kasarag's, or he took Kasarag's and then Kasarag took his. But basically, one of them won a duel against the other. And then came back later and was like getting revenge, bro. I think it was Boris who actually won first. But yeah, Boris is one of the coolest characters in Warhammer. In general, it's nice to have him. Like, I don't think all of them like need their own special thing, a load of special things. Gotta sneeze. Gotta blow my nose. But yeah, okay, Boris would definitely need an updated model though, because he does not look like his current model in game. Boris is ginger. And he wears a little castle on his head. And he has a big bushy beard that will make any dwarf jealous. That is Boris in lore and in all of his art and miniatures and stuff. Thank you. But yeah, giving them at least the defeat traits would be nice. Giving you the option to play as them, even if they don't have like a unique campaign, would be cool. I think some of them definitely deserve their own unique campaign mechanics. Thank you, Father, bless you. Oh, blood. Yeah. Least favorite faction and least favorite LLL go. That's a hard one. Least favorite factions got to be Cafe. No, I'm joking. Probably Beastmen, to be honest. I just don't really find the mechanics fun. Least favorite LL. That's harder. Partly because I can't remember half of them off the top of my head. I'll probably just be LLs that I just hate having to go against, to be honest. None of the Empire ones are particularly disliked massively. Torox goes moo. I mean, they got Alabavic for Bretonia being like the most boring dude ever. To a point where you don't even realise that he's a legendary lord. Unless you play as him. You have... I only got Manfred just for everything he's ever done in the lore. School Taker for just being an overpowered, annoying person. Any other ogres for being kind of gross? Actually, no, I don't mind what's his name for mercenary dude for new one. Golsig. Golg, as we call him. But no, Greasus and the Slaughterer dude are just like Oh, I don't like Ironbrow at all. I really dislike him. Might be my least favourite, actually, with Ironbrow. The dwarf. He's the one that starts down south near Khalida, the Tomb King woman who, you know, likes snakes. He's just always annoying. He always ends up... Because he has to mostly just fight Tomb Kings and dwarves ought to resolve really well against them. You know, having big old... Having lots of armor and not space fighting much armor piercing stuff. They always just end up building a massive empire. And because there's just so many mountains around where they are and where they expand to, it just becomes a nuisance. On top of that, I don't really find his character design all that intriguing. His law's okay. I've never played as him or tried to play as him, but it's just mostly I find him annoying being on the map. It's the extra part to find annoying is the fact that you end up with just this entire line of dwarves. You got the Dwarf King and his area, like here, let's say, where you conquer this mountain region, then into the Badlands and maybe a bit into the Darklands. Then you've got the Slayer King, who will usually conquer the mountains north, which is to the west of the Empire, and then usually into the Darklands. And then south of him, you have a couple of dwarves that usually do pretty well. But they'll usually be confederated into either Ironbrow, the Dwarven King, and the Ironbrow will be down here, just with a massive empire. It's like, So just having like this entire region where dwarves usually just become extremely dominant is a bit annoying. And I've never really seen like Scarbrand defeat him or pretty much anybody defeats him, so it's always just him. It doesn't always expand, mind you, in, you know, eastwards, but sometimes he does. The worst campaign would be Beastman campaign of the Southlands. And having to deal with Ironbrow, noted, yeah. Or at least that's personally my feelings on the matter. The issue I have with Beastmen is just they're boring. Like, it's a very exciting first 10 turns, and after that, it's just incredibly repetitive. And which is okay what Total War kind of is, but you're not really building up cities because there's no point in doing so. Because you're Beastman, you can't really do that. All you do is just rampage from one city to the next, just blowing up any settlement that gets in your way, attacking any army you can find, using rampage points or whatever to upgrade your units. And it's very, very easy because... Well, as long as you're not auto-resolving, it's very easy because your armies will usually just dominate the AI. All it is just, the vast majority of the units, all you need to do is just select them and tell them to attack. They're going to do it very well. They're very fast. They can reach the enemy. They're very good in melee. You got generally quite good numbers. You got 3 upkeep, so you don't have to worry about that sort of stuff. And if you lose your units, they're quite easy to replace. So if they do buy more warp stone, if they do 2v2v2, Dwarf 3 Skaven 3 Greenskins, trying to control all of Kasavak around 8 peaks. It got obscene, earthquakes, and many much monies. I imagine Greenskins would actually struggle in that. They'd have a very early game advantage, with their early game units being quite powerful. They'd struggle a bit against Dwarves, mind you, but they'd absolutely trash Skaven. But they don't have the same sort of economy that... Oh yeah, their cool camp raiding stance would also give them a lot of advantage, because it would allow them to recruit, move, raid, make money, make the units cheaper, and heal up all at the same time while in an opponent's territory. That's like the biggest strength of Greenskins early game. And then your early game units are just way better than like Skaven early game units. And actually you better than miners as well. It's just that once you start getting to other units and more heavily armoured dwarves, and then it's just for other mechanics. Dwarves and Skaven can just make so much more money. They've both got cool mechanics in the game that can expand stuff, and Greenskins don't really have that. They're just like, wah, wah, and wah. We've also got terrible garrisons, so trying to hold anything is pretty painful without having extra armies. But I guess Greenskins being able to do their war should be enough of an equalizer. But yeah, Beastmen are just a very easy, very boring campaign. That is just... It feels weird. I guess Khorne also has a similar campaign, but I've not played Khorne before. With closest we've been is Warriors of Chaos playing Valkyria, who has some of the Khorne mechanics. I do want to play Arbol, so I might play him. Oh, we're going to get a new Sinch faction at some point. I don't know when. I think it's coming with the next major update, maybe. Or soon after. But they did say that this year they wanted to release a Sinch Legendary Lord for free. An FLC, as we call it. Because with the other things, like the Thrones of Decay and Omens of Destruction, they released a free Legendary Lord for the Chaos faction that were in those DLCs. They released Epidemius for Nurgle and Arbol for Khorne, but they didn't do that with Shadows of Change with Sinch. So they're going to do that. And we're going to get another Slanesh Lord as well. I am excited for what they're going to do for Sinch. Like Epidermis is a pretty fun type of character. He never really does well by himself in the campaign, mind you. And he definitely fails in comparison to Tormacon from Maggot Lord. But he's like one of the coolest lords in the game. Did you know that originally we're going to make a Champion of Chaos for each of the factions? For each of the Chaos Lords, like for the Bard game. Because they released from Maggot Lord, right, as like this Champion of Nurgle, like the ultimate Champion of Nurgle, better than Festus and everyone else. And this is like why he's so cool and powerful, like Archeon level type of power. Because he's like Nurgle's strongest fighter. That is immortal. And we're going to do that for Khorne, Sinch and Slanesh as well, but by the time that Tormacon had come out, we're already planning to take fantasy down, so those plans were cancelled. But they already still have a bit of lore about the other ones, so it's possible we might get them in the future. Although Arbol, I feel like, could easily fill that category. It would be a hard, Leocy. Oh god, do the Death Cult Lord of Change. I forgot his name, too many syllables and apostrophes. He gets summoned by Doomsday Cults and wrecks shop and leaves. Ooh. Actually, with the Mercenary.
Arbal the Undefeated.
Yeah, Arbal the Undefeated. Love him. I need to play as him. There's so many campaigns I want to do, because I want to do a Slaanesh campaign as well before the DLC comes out. Just so I have something to compare it to. Because that's the issue with the other DLCs. I've never had anything to compare the campaigns to. That being said, the last DLC, Omens of Destruction, I just focused on the greenskins because that's all I really cared about. I've still not played Golg or Skulltaker. I'm not really interested in playing them as either. I just have the DLCs because I like the idea of, you know, from being on the map. But yeah, with Golg now, he's got his entire, you know, mercenary thing where he can teleport around the map, you know, completing mercenary things. But Death Cult could work the exact same way. Just have him being summoned in exchange for Dark Favor. Although, to be honest, I would prefer a Mortal Lord of Change. I think it would possibly be a Mortal. No, it wouldn't be. It depends. Omens of Destruction gave us a Mortal Free Corn Lord and a Demon Corn Lord for the DLC itself. Meanwhile, Thrones of Decay gave us a Mortal Nurgle Lord as part of the DLC, but a Demon Nurgle Lord as the FLC. Shadows of Change, I think, released the Changeling, didn't it? Which is a demon. So I imagine it's probably going to be a Mortal Lord. And I think the Snake Woman is also mortal for Slaanesh. So I think for Slaanesh, Free Lord is going to be a demon. Mechanic of spread cults to places, and then you think the time is right to teleport to the cult to destroy the cults and immediately start attacking the settlement. You get a war, raise economy. Yeah, you already do that, don't you, though, with Sinch. Actually, having something that's more focused on cults. Actually, no, we've not played Changing. Changing's focused entirely on cults, isn't it? Having a faction that would be between the Changeling and Kairos would be good in terms of, you know, focusing on cults. Like, having a lot more stuff you can do with your cults than Kairos, because Kairos is kind of... His cults mostly are just used in the end for books and, you know, for spreading the cults. I got my books that I needed to do my cool mechanics with. But when it came to just, like, teleporting to them, I only used that once, and doing the other stuff, it wasn't really that important. Meanwhile, the Changeling is entirely just focused on cults. That's all you really do. Having something where you sit in where you have proper settlements, but your main focus is just expanding cults would be cool.
Kairos Cults is just for getting him new. Cultural manga.
Yeah, he loves manga. He loves manga and light novels. But yeah, getting the cults would be pretty fun. I don't know really what they could do with them, but I never really got that much into Kairos' cults. I did have a beginning, but then I just stopped investing in them. because they didn't really give you any money or proper resources, and it didn't feel like I was getting a good return off my investment compared to investing into my actual economy and into my armies and stuff. Which maybe was the incorrect thing to do. If I was to make it, what I would do is of that character, I would remove most of the, the change power, so like make them more expensive, but make the one way it forces people to be at war with one another cheaper. The machinations of change or whatever. Give him some different types of things that he can like put onto enemy armies. Turncoat units in garrison, for example. Whereas the changing is all about his economy. I am imagining that we use cults to break stuff. Yeah, turncoat garrisons would be cool. Or do you know being able to summon enemy units might be also really nice. That's one of the things I do wish you got more with Chaos, and that was cultists. I don't mean cultists like the hero unit. I mean cultists like just human cultists. Like the way we can recruit Norskans. Imagine that, but it's from the Empire or from the Batonia. Like if you're in Batonia, you can summon a cultist, and it's basically just peasant mobs type things. And in the Empire, you might be able to get handgun cultists and stuff. A disorganized rabble. Although if you can't, your disorganized rabble might be a lot more organized. Actually, it would be really fun if they released another DLC that had 4 lords in it. One for each of the Chaos gods. Maybe 5 lords. Or maybe your FLC would actually be like an undivided lord even. But where each one is just focused on cults. And like they have all of them share the exact same cult mechanic effectively. But with different variations on it. And the entire thing is about recruiting forces from different regions that are special to those regions. Oh yeah, a meat shield expendable mob like the Skaven interns, kind of. I imagine you could also potentially get like elite cultists. Like imagine Chaos Knights, but for Bretonian. Of Empire Knights. So basically you're just recruiting like Empire Knights, but with a mark of Chaos. Khorne ones would be generally more organized, but also much more expensive and difficult to get hold of. Representing its militaristic. Tzeentch ones would... Actually, Slaanesh ones would... No, Tzeentch ones would be the most disorganized. Slaanesh would focus more on the economy, as Slaanesh does target the wealthy first. Well, the cultists would be more mercenary type. Nurgle would basically be just raising zombie units. You'd get access to less of the advanced units, but your basic unit would be a lot better. Hi, Paint Games. I'm playing 3 games of Age of Sigmar on Monday, Tuesday. Oh, you're playing 3 games. Age of Sigmar on Monday, 40k on Tuesday, and 40k free-for-all. Bringing all models on Wednesday. Ooh. The factions are Age of Sigmar, Nighthaunt, the... Oh gosh, pardon me, sorry, hiccuping. Sylvaneth at 1,000 points. Sylvaneth is the Wood Elves, isn't it? And Nighthaunt is the Ghouls. 40k Tyranids versus Thousand Suns. Ooh. Nurgle should have erased Poxwalker abilities. Change my mind. Yeah! Or at least in certain areas. Actually, one of the things I would really love for Total War in general is to have racial areas. Which that sounds bad. But do you know, like, if you're in the Badlands, that's where lots of orcs are. If you're in the Darkland, there's lots of orcs there, but there's also lots of Chaos Dwarves. If you're in the Empire, you've got lots of Empire humans there. If you're in Kislev, you've got lots of Kislev humans there. You have in Norscan lands and Chaos Waste, there's lots of Norscans there. And so on and so forth. And as a result, if you're an Empire, if you have an Empire, it's really easy to build an Empire city in the Empire. But it's slightly harder to do so in Bretonia or Kislev, as the local population don't really like you being around. But they're still human. And if you go down south, then you realise that you need to, if you go into the Badlands, sorry, it's going to be very hard because you got orcs in the way and you need to like move troops to there. You need to like start, not moving troops, you need to import, that's not the correct word. You need immigration. You need people going from your main territories down south to the Badlands to set up the cities. And the orcs aren't going to take kindly to that. And then when you're like raising poxwalkers, your poxwalkers and your zombies and whatever you're doing will be based on like the racial areas you're in. You have a quick name for that Cupcake, it's called segregation. No! I mean, it like, do you know, like, the Badlands are just filled with orcs. Even if you tried conquering the Badlands, you're not going to get rid of the orcs because they infest everywhere. But there's like tunnels and cave systems and everything just filled with orc spores and mushroom caves and everything. There's no way to get rid of them all. They're underground. The entire habitat is orcs. And greenskins. The same in the Darklands to some extent. Oh, so hi, Mongoose. Okay, the term is bad, but you know what I mean. You know, population areas then. It reminds me of when someone showed me the Necropara anime where cat girls had a curfew, and I recently seen the Green Book, Unfortunate Parallels. Oh no. But you know what I mean, right? It's like for orcs and stuff. Because they all have the areas where they're like the dominant species in the region. And like the dominant cultures. Because you get that with other Total War games where it's like each of the regions is like ruled by a certain culture. And as a result, if a new culture moves in, you have to like start trying to turn that culture to your culture. And you can recruit cultural troops in those regions. Demographic distribution, yeah. There's populations and doing. I wish you had something like that, or do like at least minorly representative. In part because I don't like it, do you know, when you suddenly have a dwarves with Empire territories and the Empire just doesn't care at all because it's friendly dwarves. It's like, no, the Empire should care that the dwarves have historical Empire territories, and equally the dwarf should care that Empire captures a bunch of dwarven territories. The AI should be trying to give these territories back to a friendly culture, a friendly faction that belongs to a correct culture. Alternatively, going to war to protect them. Like, it should get the dwarves and Empire fighting one another because neither one of them wants to give up their newly gained territory. Just because we are calling them orcs doesn't mean it's less problematic. Our confession can easily be solved with this one trick. It's got a flamethrower. It doesn't work that well in certain lands. For instance, in the Badlands are like this area where dwarves well, the dwarves and elves once could those areas, but they're filled with cave systems under the ground and so on. Some of them built by dwarves, some of them just naturally existing. And the entire habitat and region is so infested with orcs that basically the entire thing is just orc now. Like, you got squigs everywhere, you got mushroom forests, you've got stuff like that. There's no defeating for orcs. If you flamethrower everything, you're basically just turning it into even more of a desert than it currently is. And making it even more inhospitable than it currently is. Because funny enough, orcs being there somehow makes it more hospitable. Oh, goodness. Like, you'd just be at war with nature itself. It'd be like fighting a death world and trying to beat the death world. Orcs legitimately do not care. In fact, I think they respect anyone who tries to get rid of them. Yeah, but I mean, you're still going to struggle growing a population
Cave
in
networks,
the
you
Badlands.
say? I know of at least one rat lad who'd be more than able to help. Warpstone missiles be like.
Oh, goodness. But yeah, you'd be subjected to constant raids and attacks and stuff if you tried settling for Badlands, realistically. And it's not impossible. The Border Princes prove it is possible. And even the Tomb Kings do. But the biggest issue that you have trying to build a city there compared to building a city like in Bretonia, the Empire of Kislev, is in Bretonia, the Empire in Kislev, you're surrounded by humans. And if you're building a city, it's going to attract those humans to live in your city and to help build your city and work in your city. If you try building in the middle of a Badlands, though, there's no humans around, so you're going to have to import those humans. And that's going to be a very slow, very expensive, very difficult process. And that's why the Border Princes struggle at it. Despite all the wealth and the everything else they've done, the only ones who are really successful at that are vampires. Because the vampires kill for orcs and then raise the dead to continue defending for people. And it attracts other vampires and it attracts criminals. Can you play as a Nighthawk in Total War? Technically, in a way. Fantasy doesn't have the 4 dead factions. It has 2 dead factions. One of them is the Tomb Kings. And one of them is the Vampire Counts. Actually, no, it's 3. You've also got the Pirates, the Vampirates, but there's nothing in Age of Sigmar like them yet. Tomb Kings are more like the bony boys. The vampires are like the other 3 factions. You get the ghosts. They have the ghosts, they have the ghouls, they have the skelly boys and the zombies. You can build a ghoul army and you can get ghoul lords and you can get all of those. They're called the Strigoi in fantasy. They're vampires that look like the big old ghouls. And they can get crypt ghouls, crypt horrors, and all sorts of things. Do orcs even have blood? Yeah, orcs have blood. They have loads of blood. If you want to see a dead orc, canonically, and what it looks like, go to the Warhammer website and look up the Hellbrecht miniature, which is the High Marshal of the Black Templars. So go Space Marine, Warhammer 40k, Space Marines, Black Templars. High Marshal Hellbrecht. He is stood on top of a dead orc. Although, I don't think there's that much blood. I think there is some blood there. Cupcake night haunts are ghosts, not ghouls. Oh, the night haunts. Oh, of course, because they haunt. Yeah, you get ghosts. You don't have a ghost lord, but you do have banshees as a hero. And you get access to it. Actually, you can get them quite early on. But you get access to various ghostly units. You get a hex race, which are ghosts on horses. You get others that are ghosts with scythes. You've also got access to a mortis engine. And I think there's a couple of other type ghost units. We need a spoopy lord. Yeah, but you don't have any ghost lords, though. The closest that you do is one of the vampire lords. Oh, no, you do have the necromancer lords. But you also have one of the bloodline vampires that you can recruit is a magical one. And that's clearly more night haunt focused. In terms of legendary lords... Oh, you do have one woman, actually. The... Pirates. The vampirates. There's a ghost vampire. We need a spoopy lord. Yeah, Kylostria is as close as you get. Yeah, and she has ghost heroes. And I think she can recruit ghost units as well. But I'm not sure. I've never played as her. And I've rarely ever seen her on the campaign map. I'm happy that I can ally in a zombie dragon from vampire counts into my night haunts. Ooh. Zombie dragons are cool. Yeah, closest is if you play Vampire Pirates, or Pirates Coast as they're called, you've got a woman who likes to sing, and she is a ghost. She's an opera singer from Bretonia. One woman, actually, now that's the slogan.
It ain't over till the fat lady sings. And Silostra took that personally.
Yeah. It ain't over till I stop singing. That's what she is like. And to be quite frank, she was so obsessed with not stopping singing that even after she died, she came back as a ghost and continued singing. Age of Sigmar, I played Nighthaunt and Daughters of Cain. Ooh. To be honest, people are talking about another Warhammer video game for Total War. And I often wonder if everyone's like, oh, it's going to be 40k, it's going to be 40k. I often wonder if it's actually just going to be Age of Sigmar instead. Like, it would definitely be a lot more fitting for Total War franchise in general. It'll be a lot easier for them to do. And they could like release a first game with pretty much everything they've done for fantasy, just copy and pasted over. And just edited for Age of Sigmar. I'm now wondering if a recently released Mushroom Musume has any orc references. And again, they appear male most of the time. Yeah, orcs technically have no gender. They call one another boys, but they're not actually gendered. There's a few female orcs, and they do look female. But I think the only time we see them is in the Blood Bowl, which is a different timeline of fantasy. Because they're the cheerleader orcs. I think there's been a couple of orcs in the lore that have, you know, chosen to go by feminine terms, but I couldn't tell you any of them off the top of my head. Or even if they're still canon. That time can... No! The timeline can't keep them. Bring them back. like the idea of it. It'd be fun to get some female orcs, but I think that partly goes against the orc design to begin with, and I think one of the reasons why they are like that. And that's because, if you don't know, we often talk about, the orcs being based on, football hooligans and stuff. But look up old Storm Boys. Like, we know that orcs in fantasy were very Mongol inspired as well. But now, orcs, Storm Boys, and just orcs in general are not just inspired by, football hooligans. But were inspired by a certain breed of football hooligans that really, really like some random German people from the 40s. And not Genghis Khan. Gaskell Thacker. If you look at one of his first models, I think from 2nd edition or something, and he has a banner, and on that banner, on the orc's arm, is a certain symbol. But the entire thing is they're meant to basically be representative of these really horrible, horrible people. I have a lot of very weird views, and that's one of the reasons why they are the way they are. They're meant to be like very evil. They're meant to be like super evil and just warlike and just hateful of everything originally. We're talking about the original arcs and like the design in 40k of what they're meant to be. But then they decided to roll with the silliness in the end of the arcs and focused more on the silliness and the scrappiness and, the hooligan aspect of them were not necessarily certain type of aspects of them. I think that is at that point where they started, being a lot more, slapping things together, like just putting guns together to get bigger guns and just bits of scrap and stuff like that. But yeah, the original theme was basically just they were super evil and hateful. Even more so than the Imperium. But no, yeah, the no ones. The no. Yeah, it was basically for neo-English groups that appeared during like the 80s and 90s and stuff, and 70s as well. We all know the no German arcs, yeah. People often give a British accent, so I thought of them as yobs and skinheads. Yeah, they were, but they're based on a specific part that idolized the no Germans. Yeah. They're based basically on these hateful British gangs that were roaming around for quite a while, and you still find some of them today. Unfortunately, they've become a bit more active again with the entire wave of political system. Ugh. But yeah. Oh, so we got lots of painting done today. We got all of the... So today, on and off stream, I got all the silver painted highlights. I got all the gold highlights painted. And I got all the shoulder pad crosses painted. Actually, did I do all the power fists? I probably did. We love talking about the no. No, we don't. As being like, that's what the orcs were originally like, so I think that still affects like some of the themes and some of like the way they still are. Everything goes back to the... We can stop talking about them now. Reclaim the look. No. No. No fear. Oh, goodness. But yeah, we got the crosses done. Well, we not got the black done. We need to still go back over and do the rest of the white, but I wanted to do that with a larger brush. Like, for large, because we just got larger spaces with those shoulder pads. And that brush is definitely for doing these corners and stuff. After I've done that with that white though, then I can start just touching up all the blacks, making them look nicer. And then we just do the extra details, the edging, the trims, the damage on the swords and the damage on the guns. And the eyes, and that'll be done. Well, actually basing, and then that'll be done. And when we're basing these guys, we'll base these two dudes as well. And then there's a tyranny too many people spend much time and energy
Before it was
fighting
just a
every
cool
day.
look, now it adds +5 to your intimidation rolls.
No. Why do they look the coolest? Actually, I can tell you that. And that's a large part due to the fact that the entire thing is about looks and appearances. They want you to think they are cool, effectively. That's the entire thing. They want you to think they are cool. They want you to be one of them. They want to control you. They want to look scary. All of it is about form over function.
We love talking about the no Germans here.
It's not. We're not talking about them. We're just talking about in general. Why do bad people look cool? And that's generally what the answer is. As you can see, even in today's world, generally the bad groups will be all focused. On top of that, they want to separate themselves from the common man. They want to show that they are better than the common person. So they will actively try wearing things that are better, more expensive, specially made and specially designed to separate themselves out. Or they want to look cool. There's currently no evil group that has cool uniforms. Yeah, true. But nonetheless, you can see what they're still trying to do in that aspect. So it's been the same throughout all of history. You just go back and you just always see that the big bad people generally try to look snazzy. I mean, also suits. Suits come down to it. The British Army doesn't count for this. Hey, we're not evil, actually, I mean. The British Army has not done anything evil recently. The British government's done a lot that's evil recently, so that's Well, we've not got the army involved yet, so it's fine. Even if they did, their uniforms suck. Okay, that is true. I hated the uniforms. And the jumper was so itchy. And it was so warm, and I had to wear it. I was like, oh, I don't like this jumper. I don't like it. Hey, we look damn snazzy during the Empire Glory. I mean, I didn't really like those weird hats they had, but I don't know. The tricorns were cool. I like tricorns. Everyone had tricorns, it's fair. Red coat's best coats. Yeah! Just because you can't afford red, because we bought up all the red dye. Oh, but anyway. Yeah, we actually got painting done today. The only good uniforms the British ever had were the full dress of the Royal Army Veterinary Corps of today, because they wear capes and ride horses. You're correct, actually. That one is cool. I do like them. The guys who wear the big old bear, the hats, though, they do not look cool. They look too warm, and they fall over a lot. The name is so silly. It's not silly. We're the Rafsy. We're the Rafsy. Oh, the Royal Army Veterinary Corps. Also known as... No, it's a Rafsy. You got the C and the C mixed up. Oh, but yeah, don't forget to like the stream if you're not liked it already, by the way. Why veterinary? Because they got horses a day to take care of. Cute little horses. What do you think of them so far? Like this guy. This guy. He's starting to look a bit more like a little centerpiece of the unit. He stands out a bit more. He's starting to look cool. It's like, look at my axe is amazing. Look at my axe is amazing. Look at my purity seals. Look at my little book. Oh, and his chest does look a bit weird, mind you. I mean, he's look cool. Thank you. I don't respect them enough to put the letters in the correct order. Have any of you guys seen the Finnish army during WW2? Are you winning, son? Wait, we kind of are. We got like the models done. Lots of painting. Well, not lots, to be honest, but lots of detaily stuff that can take a while. Oh, look at this cape. That was cool. Where's the other guy? This is like the other dude that's meant to be like stand out a bit more because he's the sword brother. He's looking okay. Definitely need to get those blacks done properly though. Especially on that like cross there. Oh darn it, that's something I didn't do. My God, I had to just do it a different time. I didn't do one of these guys as a shoulder pad. Where is he? It's him. Yeah, I meant to do that one white too. But you see, I didn't even notice that shoulder pad there. That's how it stands out. Deal with black. That's why we did this other one white. How of this dude? This one, yeah. This is why we did this one white. It was stand out. I like these guys, but they need more purity seals. I only have so many purity seals. I'm sorry. They need to be shared around. No, but these guys are like the basic cannon fodder infantry, so they don't have as many purity seals. I mean, he has a lot because he's a cool dude. He's pure. He's pure and he's full of pure spite. That's what he's full of. A lot of very important painting has been completed. Are they done? Ones. He knows too much. He knows too much. Yeah, if they aren't done yet. But they are getting very close to done. We just got a bit more white to do. Then it's the blacks and then just some... The next task shouldn't be too hard. We basically just dry brush to get all the edges. Just pop a little bit more. And then we just do some power sword and power fist looking stuff and damage on the weapons. And that's it. Well, then the basing is done. The basing might take a while, mind you. I might try to get as much of that done off stream as I can, but I can't promise anything. Okay, next week, I'm thinking about... Actually, what games have I downloaded? What games do I have? I've got Battlefield Gothic 2 on my computer. Oops, I accidentally clicked to mix it up. Where's Steam? Steam! Open up. Library. What do we have here? We have, yeah, Battlefield Gothic Armada 2. That sounds like it'll be cool. I need to like open it up and just like play the game a little bit first. See how it is. I then got Warhammer Mechanicus downloaded. People were talking about that, so we can try those two this week. I also want to build some... I might try to do in a member stream this week if I feel up to it. And we're going to try converting an Orc model from Age of Sigmar into a Wyvern, which will be fun. Or like something with wings, so it can be a Wyvern. Play Uma Musume. If you do, I will be nice once. Never! Never! Just the idea that you want me to play it is enough for me to never play it. Okay, I actually look into it. Is it a free game or is it an expensive game or what? Because you're not the only one who requested it. I want to watch her play Age of Sigmar, though, I don't have that game. Put it on for Discord stream suggestions, because I do go through there every so often when I'm looking at like what games I should get. Otherwise I'll forget. I've got a bad memory. Mechanicus is one of the games I think that's on there, so it's one of the reasons why I've got it. It's 100% discount right now. Buy me my book, How to Control Conjurer. Okay, I'm gonna look this up. Steam Star Umi Mos. Wait, what's it called? Uma? Oh. Uma! Oops. Pretty Derby. It's free! It's not on a discount, it's just free. Better not have in-app purchases. I'll get it as long as it's not got any in-app purchases. Oh my gosh, it says right here, in-app purchases. Okay, no, I'll just add to library. There we go. It's now in my Steam library. I'm not going to start downloading it now because otherwise my stream will instantly die. It used to cost $1,000 dues. $1,000 dues? That's like £2. It's a sort of gacha game. It has in-app. It's a gacha game. No, I'm not playing a gacha. Why want me to play a gacha, Talan? You want me to lose all my money? I would do it. I would do it. I'd spend all my money. They lying. They lying. Oh. Horse goes. By the way, I want to just quickly check. Usually before we end the stream, they usually have... Oh, they've not done it yet. Oh no, they do it next week. Oh! Saturnines out next week. Oh my goodness. It's out. It's coming next week. Oh, the Age of Darkness, but not Age of Darkness. What are they calling it? Age of Darkness Saturnine. It is. Age of Darkness Saturnine is coming out. And other rulebooks. I'm sorry, I'm excited.
Screw the Saturnines. Templates.
Oh, new templates. I already got templates. But look, new tactical squad as well. I can take a map of the Imperium. Oh my goodness. The End and Death, Volume 2 by Dan Abnett, Siege of Terror. Oh, the Vengeful Spirit map. Oh, a map of his flagship. Oh, that's cool. And then Warhammer Plus stuff as well. Oh, Saturnines are out next week. I've already got orange templates. Maybe yellow templates will complement the orange ones. Tasty. I got water. But yeah. So, thank you for coming to the stream. And I hope you have a good rest of your day. Remember, I love you all. You got to play hard. No, work hard, but play harder. I almost said we'll play hard, but work harder. No, Talan's the one that needs to be working harder. As the rest of you need to be playing harder. Also, take care of yourselves, be kind to others and vice versa. And also, eat good food, sleep well, dream of cupcakes, but don't eat the cupcakes, you silly cupcakes. Yeah, because the friend's not food. Bye-bye, everyone. I love you all. Whee! Ow! Why would you do that?